Right, our next presentation, for a publisher perspective, we have, we're very happy to have Hong Zhu from Wiley Partner Solutions. I first encountered Hong is a recent new member of the Scholarly Kitchen Chefs, who writes sort of comments on various aspects of academic publishing, and wrote some very interesting blog posts about actually trying out generative AI tools, and I thought it was very good that that practitioners were prepared to sort of share their experiences in public. And but one of the things that we're all finding out with generative AI is what it does, what it doesn't do, and sharing our results. So Hong has been with started with Atipon, which is now part of Wiley, in 2017, and founded the AI research and development team at Atipon, which is now Wiley Partner Solutions. So over to you, Hong.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you don't mind that I can sit here so that I can close to my script to make sure I provide the most accurate information. Right. Okay. And thanks, Professor also have already built a very good, strong foundation. So now I try to, introduce information discovery from more the application perspective. And also I would like to share some of my personal, the thoughts about the future of the information discovery. So as Michael said, I'm leading the intelligence service group in the Wiley Partner Solution, and also I'm leading the AI R&D team. And we are responsible we are designing and developing the next generation information discovery system by leveraging the AI, especially generative AI. And in the literature is a flag, the product of the Atipon, which is the largest scholar publishing platform in the world. And we support information discovery, search recommendation, and the knowledge mining on over the 700 websites, and the serving of more than the 2,100 the publisher partners, and like the Lancer, the Nanjum, the CAA, with over the 40 million the full text. So I think I would like to take this opportunity to share some thoughts and the exciting work, also some of the examples we have done. We will leverage the AI to facilitate information discovery in the scholarly publishing. Right, let's start with some important context, the background information. As we all know, almost all the industry are undergoing the digital transformation. I'm sure you have already noticed in your own work. There's three important digital technologies in digital transformation: ABC, AI, big data, and cloud. So I also want to highlight the goal of the AI is to facilitate our work, but not to replace us. So there's a common misconceptions that AI will take over and make human being obsolete. The truth is, however, the AI will always need humans to get and ship it. And then its objective is to make human more productive and not to replace human altogether. So the benefit of AI to the customer as well as the researchers, they include lower cost and improve the efficiency, productivity through the automations and data inform. And also, we will lead to the data-driven decision making. It will make the faster, more accurate decision. And also AI, the most important, AI can improve connections between people and people, between people and the content, and by improving readability, discoverability, and accessibility. So besides the discoverability, accessibility is also one of the most important topic now. So we're moving from being traditional, the content work, to the knowledge work. So there's a difference. So content, what's the difference? Content includes the applications, research papers, books, videos, and other content that publisher has traditional brought to the market, as well as usage information, user profile, and the event information that's not publicly visible. But AI can help bring these types of the content all together, to further enrich and link together to discover more value and insight. So this is a kind of the contextualized knowledge. the information without the context is not that useful. So it's a more complete view of the work of the research. So we can present a more complete view of the research. So for publisher, this unlock new ways of providing the value to research. So the researchers' contextual knowledge enabled through AI can deliver faster and the better the content discovery, which helps the individuals and organizations to make better data-informed decisions. I want to emphasize here, the information discovery for me is more than the information retrieval, and is more than the search and the recommendations. It also includes, the discover the new hidden information from the, the content, from the piece of text, from images, from videos, and also the mine the new knowledge. This is very important. And information discovery movement has a strong correlation with the web movement. I'm sure we all know this. So Web 1.0 focuses on the delivering content in a static manner and making it as a content provider. Then the Web 2.0 came to introduce a more interactive experience, and the read-write content making it the information era. With the advance of the technology, Web 3.0 enhanced the understanding of the processing the information, made the experience read, write, interact, which leverages the knowledge sharing on the Web 3.0. So the following the graph at the right-hand side is a showcase how the amount of data increased, reflecting the advance of the technology that is used to increase the search productivity. The shift from the static to dynamic and then to personalized content interactions experience made the nature of the content shift from just content to information and then to the knowledge base result. So before I show you some of the real examples, first we need to understand how this information discovery is applied to support the researcher in their research journey, and how to support the publishers in the publishing journey. So you can see how the information discovery can be involved, applied. You can see this, animation. So you can see the information discovery is already helped. It's very important to help the researcher at each stage of the research journey. At the very beginning, we can help the researchers to identify the focus area. What's the most, the promising focus research area? What's the direction? And then how to find the most relevant and good literature review. And then identify what's the best hypothesis. Then, the experiment conclusion, is there any contradicting, the conclusion of the information already published? And then we want to see which journal we want to, this researcher can submit there's a manuscript to. So our primary aim is to solve the business issue with the practical applications, and working closely with our the clients, publishers is essential to understand their challenges and the true needs. So the information discovery is crucial throughout the whole publishing journey. Along the authoring, start from the authoring process to identify where to submit, who to work with. Researchers usually want to identify the collaborator. And submission review, it is who we want to identify who is the best, the reviewer, who reviews this manuscript. And the publishing. And once we done the publishing, we don't understand, is it accessible and is a good readability. And for the user can just go to the publisher's website to search, to find the information they are looking for. And also we want to discover the deeper knowledge information from the unstructured text which published online. Discovery, dissemination, who are the right audience, the users, because the marketing team want to target the right audience, the future star, the researchers. They want to connect with them. So basically, we want to make a faster broader and deeper and more personalized discovery experience. So let me show you some of the interesting experiment and the work we have done at different stages of research journey. Let's start from authoring. So we asked ChatGPT, I don't need to explain the ChatGPT anymore, but to suggest research topics, directions for the PhD study, and the full journey and the special issue development. I think it's very. When I was a PhD student, it's very hard for me to identify the direction topics. I work very closely with my supervisor, but I still need to spend more than 1 year to read a lot of things to identify the niche area to tackle. So, but now we also we ask ChatGPT can do something. Let's see, and then the ChatGPT give more detailed information, even beyond we ask. You can see that ChatGPT not only gives the good topic detail, but also provide a general framework and methodologies to help the student approach it. But they give the more emerging and up-to-date ideas. I guess it's because maybe its training data is newer and it's able to pull info from internet. Of course, ChatGPT now they can do now as well. We also run the ChatGPT to provide the journal suggestion. That's one of the most popular AI applications in scholarly publishing. Additionally, we have run several experiments to compare it with our own dedicated journal finder, which we have developed, which has been integrated in our the product. You can see they both give some common suggestions, but the dedicated one gives the best answer. The paper was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. So we also noticed ChatGPT and Googlebot recommend related top-tier journals only, but maybe because their training data, they have there's some of the bias there. That was just mentioned in the previous heard the presentation. The submission review stage. In most cases today, the publisher have to rely on the editor or author to suggest through the network and the knowledge to find the qualified reviewers and editors. This is not scalable way. So we asked ChatGPT bot and our own reviewer finder. It has been integrated in the our platform to suggest some relevant reviewer for given title and abstract of paper. So according to our result, ChatGPT often gives the non-exist reviewer. Hallucination. And but sometimes returns the author of the paper as reviewer. And also even more interesting, you can see that in the middle column, but even gives the photo and the snapshot of the image of human, and it gives the link. But actually, if you click that link, go there, the people in that link is totally different from this image, and the name. It looks actually it's even worse to me, because it's even harder to recognize it's fake. But our the dedicated reviewer suggestion service give more reliable results with richer information at the most right hand side, because our AI model is built on based on the dedicated to training data, so it's more focused. That's why it's more accurate and with more the richer information. This is another interesting one. Building on our work with the classification, we are able to automatically identify key publication and other information related to specific topic to help the reviewer editor to better review the manuscript. Because the reviewers, they want to, for the given, the submitted the manuscript, they want to quickly understand what's, the most relevant, the milestone papers related to this manuscript. And in this example, we leverage our AI, the application to identify the milestone paper of the lithium, of life PO4, which is used in electric car battery. And then we use the data points like article citation impact factor to measure the relevant importance, and then apply the AI summarization to milestone papers, identify milestone paper to give the user a more complete view of development history. So you can see from this just one page, you can quickly understand the life PO4's history, the development history. It's also not only very important for the reviewer, but also important for the investors. For example, when the investor want to invest, some of the startups company, they want to quickly understand what's the technology, where the history, where this come from. So the startup they can just present the one page of the summarization along, the timeline to introduce this. This is done by AI. So the most another thing is to publish another stage, publishing dissemination. To apply the content classification. So in the yesterday, the Alexander the tutorial, he also mentioned the content classification. The taxonomy is also is very, very important for the search and for the recommendation, because it's for the topics and the query expansion and the topic search, etc. So we also actually content classification is the most popular AI application in scholarly publishing. So we ask ChatGPT to generate some topics and compare them with our current auto tagging services based on the manuscript. You can see the first two columns as a result from our own auto tagging, in-house auto tagging services. And the third one is from ChatGPT. So ChatGPT cannot tag the content based on the customer specific taxonomy. This is not specially trained on this data point. Again, the last column is the mesh tagging result from the ChatGPT medical subject headings. So the main problem is for the ChatGPT is to often generate the fake tags or IDs, as highlighted here, which don't actually belong to the mesh, but it's very hard for us to recognize. So another thing, we leverage AI to extract the metadata from images, videos, other data elements to enable multimedia content discovery on our platform. So my division has built the solutions that include the topic search and image search to support image search, video search, founder search. And founding information is also very important. Now, with the advanced information discovery, we can automatically mine the funding information, founder name, and the corresponding ground ID from the unstructured text, and then display, make it searchable. And the AI can make the content recommendation more relevant to your audience, to our audience. We are all familiar with the people who read this article also read one's model. So in fact, this is also one of the most common application of AI. It can suggest relevant expert. It can suggest, recommend relevant articles. It can also suggest relevant expert based on their expertise. So for the researcher can easily to find the collaborator. It can identify the interest group based on their work and intention. It's all about discovery. It can also enable the personalized newsfeed based on the individual's user interests. In this way, information come to find people instead of the people is going to the search information. So Microsoft and Google, we all know that improve their search engines by embedding the generative AI model, but they follow the different strategy. Google has integrated the Google search engine into their generative AI because they dominated search, the search, the market. But Microsoft has integrated their generative AI into their Bing search engine because they have, the OpenAI, they have the ChatGPT. So they want to, further promote the Bing search engine, expand their market share. So that's why they follow the different strategy. Show here the results from the testing Google, Microsoft, and ChatGPT. So based on our testing, Googlebot is faster and provided the more detail and update the answer. It's able to generate the search queries. And the thing, but this is the 1 month ago. So this is maybe there's something that's changed. For me, it's a slower and produces shorter response because they are the search engine. And then including link, it can include link as evidence. So ChatGPT surpasses both in the intelligence, better understanding the questions and the task. You can see that they can search, identify, generate a search query, and they provide the links. And then the better understanding question task. However, so the knowledge is still not that updated because the latest one, the ChatGPT, is the knowledge is until the April of this year, 2023. So moreover, the ChatGPT support both, a lot of the different languages. It's 100 or the English search is, but in the Bing, I found the English search is better than the Chinese one. But overall, the ChatGPT do have perform the surpass other in intelligence. They do have the better understanding of the user's query, user's intentions, user's the questions. Conversational information discovery become more and more. So ChatGPT embed and also provide the more personalized recommendation based on the several rounds of the conversation between the user and itself. In this example, you can see that although I only asked ChatGPT to recommend some of the latest paper, it understood what topics I was asking based on the previous conversation. There's some the dangers here though, because it can sometimes generate the fake answer. You can see as shown here, the paper ChatGPT suggested do not exist. So new knowledge, I just want to share you, one of my favorite example. How the content to knowledge conversion can have the real world implications with this very topical example. So here, AI was used to mine the knowledge from the countless, the over 100,000 papers, countless research papers about COVID-19 treatment to form a very complex knowledge graph. So the relevant parts are identified just to highlight here. So you can see it creates the knowledge graph, and this is 3 circles down here was the treatment that were already in use. So thanks to this knowledge mining technology, researchers were able to identify the potential, the 4th COVID-19 treatment within the 48 hours at the beginning of the pandemic. So 9 months later, the FDA granted the emergency use authorization for this new treatment. So this is how the information discovery will help the humans, support human society. So I will want to share some of my personal thought about how the AI has revolutionized information discovery. So artificial AI is revolutionary in the information discovery from different aspects, and there's some trend in my mind. When it comes to the result, AI can connect the diverse of the source to make it wider discovery. It can also mine the hidden knowledge to make it deeper discovery, and it can generate the rich format of results, such as the text, the images, videos on demand. And from the user experience perspective, AI brings a new level of clarity. It not only speed up information discovery, but also improve accuracy, better understand the user intention, and make the personalized the discovery. Information discovery will become more intelligent. So user just maybe in the future, you don't need to search the question. You just, because when user ask the types of questions, there's some objective. They want to achieve something. So in the future, you maybe just tell them, the AI, what's the goal, what objective you want to achieve, and then they will reverse engineer to identify the relevant questions you can ask. So this is something, it's become more intelligent. And also examine the interaction dynamics. So AI introduced a tremendous shift from the traditional click to more the natural talk. So user no longer have to navigate through the pages result. Instead, they can just post questions, image, videos, and then receive the conversational answers. In the essential, AI is orchestrating the transformation in the way we seek. In the future, the conversational, because one of the problems, I'm the user. When I search something, actually I don't have the clear idea what I'm looking for. I just try to start something, and then this takes several rounds to help me to have the clear what I'm looking for. So this conversational way is definitely helps the form this give me the clear ideas what I'm looking for. Sounds ridiculous, yeah, but it's true to me, yeah. Search solution is changing, especially in the era of AI. So it's progressing from the traditional search engine, which utilize a keyword search and the Boolean operators with an inverted index for matching query. However, as the information grow, there was a need for more relevant and scalable search system, leading to a development of neural search. The neural search leverage neural language processing and semantic understanding to processing and to handle the complex query and improve the user feedback over time, learn to rank, etc. So the retrieval argument, the generation, rank framework. The next is integrate the external updated knowledge into the large language models, enhancing the accuracy and reduce hallucination. While the AI agent, the next one is the AI agent to represent a system to perceive, decide, and act automatically to achieve the specific information discovery goal. This is what I'm thinking. So eventually, when the generative AI is become smart and more accurate and with updated information, I think the search and the result, the generation, maybe converge. So in the future, the user will maybe not search for the result answers. Instead, AI will generate personalized answers for each question directly. Because in the future, I can think, currently AI can generate content in the second, but for human can create the content in hours, in months, in years. So in the future, maybe the majority of the content on the internet are the machine generated. This one side, that makes the humans, the curated content, human created content is more valuable. But on the other hand, this is also the bias. Maybe the bias not only from the human, the bias maybe also from the machine in the future. Once the machine has can reasoning, can inference. So there's many risk limitations during discovery journey. During the content generation, there's a risk such as hallucination, and also the leading to nonsense, false information. Ownership is built over the AI generated content. Who owns the original work created by AI? The dissemination process risks creating the information cocoon through the personalized content. And the consumption phase involve data privacy, security issues, as personal data is often collected, and with its final use, security not always transparent. And the potential, the misuse of unlicensed training data with significant legal and ethical concern. We have already seen so many news over the internet about this. The information bias, the black box of solutions, and the lack of the data transparency also further reduce AI trust. And currently, the copyrights, the law is initially is designed for humans. But how about the new one in the intelligent age? Should the machine have some should we design just improve and fix bugs in the existing copyright law, or we need to rethink about it, create the new copyright law, not only meet the human need but also for the machine as well. So lastly, I would like to share some of the personal observation and thoughts on the impact of the AI in the scholarly publishing, especially generative AI. So I hope this can stimulate further consideration of AI in this. So generative AI is accelerating the transition from the Web 2.0 to the Web 3.0, where users have the great ownership and control over their data, engage into peer-to-peer interactions. So this shift will likely further influence authorship and ownership of the, the research outcome. Should we accept AI as the author? Or should we reconsider the meaning of the contribution, originality? Or to what extent we can leverage AI to help us write paper, do the research? We review copyright, IP laws. So rather than view the AI as a competitor, I think in the future, the competition is not between the people and AI, but the people who can better apply, use AI, and the people who cannot. So ChatGPT demonstrates the importance of the defining the right questions or problems, prompt engineering. People jump to the solution. Effectively harness AI's potential. Sometimes it's not the AI doesn't perform well. It's we don't know how to use AI well. AI can generate, the more complete and disambiguated metadata to enhance discovery and the move search from the traditional keyword-based model to the more semantic conversation-based search. As AI become more sophisticated, we believe everyone will have the personal AI assistant. I'm looking forward. Actually, we already have, some, to a certain extent, some, for example, Alexa, Google Assistant, or something, but not that smart, intelligent enough yet. So for the researcher, it can be better support the researchers to help them not only discover, memorize, and think, apply the information knowledge, but it's also offer the researchers a broader, the deeper, faster, more tailored insight. It can also help the researcher to better analyze, plan, execute their work and experiment, leading to the faster the research outcome. So generative AI has the power to boost the researchers' challenge to research quality and collaboration. It's double-edged sword. It also brings the challenge to the research integrity, like the potential increase of plagiarism in image manipulation, etc. Its ability to create human-like text and the images can make the fraud even harder to spot. So while AI can generate the content in seconds, human can take the hours. You can see this is what I mean. Human curated information become even more valuable. And also AI as a reader and the consumer will become more as important as the consideration as a human reader and the consumer. Application should consider the machine as a consumer and provide AI readable and consumable format. It could have some new business opportunities. So it's important to recognize AI, the governance is far behind the AI capabilities. So this gap is impacts its applications for research publishing. The safety and the security limitations of AI are not yet fully understood. The legal framework need to catch up with the technology. So lastly, don't fully rely on the AI, not only because it's not always accurate, but also because the excessive reliance on the AI may erode the critical and creative thinking of the human. That gives human a unique advantage. So we don't want to see the human become the more like machine, while the machine is become more like human. Thank you.
Great talk, thanks all. Sounds like what a tool where it can suggest your PhD project, but it can't find a name of somebody to review it.
Yeah. So don't trust that.
We're running a little bit behind. We've got time for just one or two questions. Yeah.
Thanks for your talk. So you have these interesting tools like a journal finder and then finding the PhD topic. Does your system also explain why I should submit to a specific journal or use a specific topic? So the explainability of the solution, do we look at that?
This is a very good question. So today, as Professor mentioned, there's it's a black box, especially the deep learning is a black box. It's hard to explain, but we can provide the extra information to help to explain. For example, when we suggest, this journal, you should submit this journal given this manuscript title abstract. We cannot just tell you this journal we recommend, but also we tell what's the most, for example, top 5 most relevant articles. It's already published in this journal. It's to most relevant to the manuscript. And also we tell in this journal, this cover this 10 topics. Actually, and then the manuscript is already cover the 5 of these 10 topics already. So this is kind of explanation.
Yeah, I was interested in what you were kind of suggesting around how copyright and IP law might evolve in the age when when people aren't creating stuff anymore. I guess this might be a topic for the panel session, but IP law is kind of to solve arguments between humans. And if the content isn't actually generated by humans in the first place, do we really need all that framework and all that governance and all that stuff that goes with it? So maybe I've read way too much into what you were suggesting, but what's your thought on where all this is going to land when there's more automated generated content than there is human?
Certainly, I'm not the expert of the copyright, but what I'm just thinking is so the copyright. Why is we have the copyright? The copyright is want to protect the originality, and they encourage the human to create the more original work. But now, if the AI and create some the original work, which have never been created before. So who owns this? Is it is a people?
Does it need to be owned? It's kind of what I read into your. Again, maybe that's overthinking.
I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I just thinking if we don't identify the who own it, how we can encourage the other people to produce the more the original work? How can we protect them in the future? So I think this is even the copyright law will be changed, but the goal and the objectives behind this copyright will not change. That's my personal understanding.
I think it's a big topic.
Big topic.
I can't resist asking one question while I have a publisher in front of me. Your slides suggested that every time you looked at a Wiley tool and compared it with ChatGPT, the Wiley tool came up with better results. So do you have any plans? I mean, are you planning to introduce any sort of ChatGPT kind of generative tools in the near future?
Yeah, definitely. We are working on this for the next generation. I'm not just to show that the Wiley tools, the outperform this. I cannot, obviously the ChatGPT is much more famous. But in this two examples, which it's definitely it's the core area. So because we spent years to developing this, so we have the high quality data, and we train dedicated model. So that's why we outperform this in this example. But in the future, we also apply the ChatGPT and the large language models to, for example, the RAG to improve the information discovery system, to make the more personalized recommendation and make the more better the search, maybe natural language question answer, like what the Alexandra the tutorial yesterday they mentioned. Yeah. And then I think that we all follow the similar the path. Yeah. Okay, there.
Excellent, thank you.